Right, so please forgive the background, I'm still moving offices. Now, not gonna lie, I don't know if this is the right one. Andrade built his reputation as a solid workhorse wrestler, along with a stand-up match with Johnny Gargano, or Johnny's Wrestling. He was a featured piece on WWE TV for a while, but he was eventually released in 2021. Backstage issues and creative frustration be damned. In June of that same year, he debuted for AEW to much fanfare, but his run never really felt like it got out of second gear. Tony Khan was really high on him, but it just never really got going. Now, Tony Khan was initially under the impression at the end of 2023 that Andrade would most likely resign, but Andrade left and went back to WWE for the Rumble back in 2024. Now again, to me, it always seemed like he was on the verge, but never really broke out. He was a talented wrestler for sure, but that was about it. And eventually backstage frustration with his direction along with a fight with Sammy Guevara, bear in mind, rumor has it he was trying to get fired because Triple H had just taken over WWE creative and he wanted to go back to his daddy. So there was a problem there. Eventually all led to him leaving. I would also speculate to say that he probably felt like he was too good for AEW, which, I mean, that's just speculation, but I digress. After his return at the Royal Rumble, people expected for his stay to be longer, but it only lasted a little more than a year and a half, with his last match taking place at SummerSlam this past August in a 6-man, multi-man mayhem stick-on-a-pole match. Like, there was a lot going on. Now, he's back in AEW, and honestly, I'm not completely sold on the idea. Now, according to reports, he was completely fired due to a second wellness policy violation, although it's unclear if. I've heard two different reports in the story. In his first run, he had a wellness violation, which carried over into his second run. Additionally, there's also a question of, was it the situation where he failed, like his sample failed, he failed to provide a sample in a timely manner, or was there maybe a potential mix-up, which has happened. It happened to Rey Mysterio, Paige/Saraya, and Roman Reigns that one time. So I don't know about that. Also, anyone else noticed that they erased one of Orton's second violation a number of years ago? That way they'd have like a buffer in case they ever needed it. Like, Orton's cool now, but like you go back to like the mid 2010s and dude was a bit all over the place. He had a second wellness policy violation. He was suspended for 60 days. But they quietly erased it. You know, like if you're gone or around long enough, they take off one of the strikes, which is very convenient, I'm just saying. But anyway, he was released and he's back on AEW. And like, maybe because of what happened with Triple H's WWE, now he'll be on his best behavior. Like, he always thought that the grass was going to be greener on the other side, but then he went over there and then he saw, not this place. I mean, he has the ability to be a megastar no matter what, no matter the promotion. To be frank, AEW has no shortage of Lucha Libre megastars, and I can only assume they want to grow more. Besides their relationship with CMLL, they also have current wrestlers such as Bandito, Hologram, Rush, Sammy Guevara, the Beast Muertos, Jalistico, and Commander. So Andrade doesn't exactly have a place as their only big Latin star, but to me the difference maker might be Don Callis. See, to me, the hate that Don Callis gets, he secretly might be the best thing going right now in AEW as far as being a manager is concerned. He might be the best manager since prime Paul Heyman. And if you don't believe me, listen to him on commentary. He hypes up the opponent. He says how great he is. He has great legs, or he's really good at submissions or high flyer, but then he hypes up his own guy. Like, he's really good at putting people over, Don Callis is. Personally, I would like to have Andrade and CMLL as maybe an anti-hero to Mystical. Or maybe have him go after the CMLL heavyweight title. There is also a booking idea I had a while back during his first run as Andrade El Idolo, to have a cartel or a crime syndicate as his like faction, but that's a video for another day. My hope is that Andrade plays ball and becomes a fixture of AEW. On the surface, there are a lot of interesting matchups that we could see. Him versus Hangman versus Ospreay versus Swerve versus Joe versus Orange Cassidy, and so much more. To keep him as a villain or hell as an anti-hero, I think there's a lot of upside potential in this. But only time will tell if Andrade has grown up, I guess, or maybe gotten control of his temper. Anyway, we'll see. What do you think? Let us know down below, and yeah, catch you on next time.